Hello, and welcome to the official launch of African Heritage Month 2021. Thank you for joining us. My name is Tony Ince, and I'm the Minister of African Nova Scotian Affairs, as well as your MC for this virtual celebration. I would like to take time to acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki, the traditional territory of the Mi'kmaq people. I would also like to acknowledge the existence of people of African descent in Nova Scotia for over 400 years. We honor and offer gratitude to our ancestors who came before us to this land and the commitment to not let our history be lost. Let us now begin with the singing of O Canada, followed by Lift Every Voice and Sing, performed by Zamani Bernard Miller and Amaria Bernard Washington.
Thou who has brought us
Thank you to Zamani and Amaria. I would like to tell you a little bit about these rising stars. Zamani and Amaria are first cousins. They have roots in the African Nova Scotian community of Lake Loon and are both from musical families. Zamani is an emerging solo R&B, urban, jazz, and pop singer, songwriter, producer, and engineer. She has performed internationally in Europe, the Caribbean, and the United States. Zamani is the recipient of several music awards, including the TD International Festival and the Stingray Rising Star Award, as well as the 2019 Atlantic Film Festival Award for Best Atlantic Musical Score. Amaria has been a member of various choirs, including the All City Schools Soundtracks Choir and the All City Schools Jazz Choir. She has traveled to perform at choral festivals in Newfoundland, Toronto, and on Parliament Hill in Ottawa. Amaria is also a noted backup vocalist for Zamani. African Heritage Month is a time to celebrate and honor the history, culture, and achievements of people of African descent. It is also another opportunity to recognize the critical role our community has played to our province, our country, and the world. 2020 was a prime example of how our community members have stepped up to support each other during the most challenging of times. Camaraderie is a quality found most in the African Nova Scotian community. African Heritage Month 2021 has a great theme, and that theme is Black History Matters. Listen, learn, share, and act. It calls on all of us to make Nova Scotia a better society by recognizing the long-standing history and legacy of African Nova Scotian. It also acknowledges the racialized issues and adversity faced by people of African descent. The theme reminds me of an African proverb. For tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today. This means the change we seek will not happen until we teach and educate ourselves, which will ultimately lead to better awareness, empathy, and respect towards each other. We must do this together. It is now my pleasure to welcome His Honor, the Honorable Arthur J. LeBlanc, Lieutenant Governor of Nova Scotia, to bring remarks.
As the Queen's representative in Nova Scotia, it is my great pleasure and honor to bring you greetings on the occasion of the launch of African Heritage Month 2021. À titre de représentant de la Reine en Nouvelle-Écosse, c'est avec grand plaisir et honneur que je vous transmets mes salutations à l'occasion du lancement du mois du patrimoine africain de 2021. Each year, Patsy and I look forward to attending the launch of African Heritage Month in Nova Scotia, where we hear the proclamation, reflect upon the annual theme, and unveil the poster. This year, we are obliged to hold this event in a virtual format. Despite this virtual format, our recognition and tribute to the incredibly deep and rich African Nova Scotian history, heritage, and culture is no less significant. The year 2020 has indeed been significant. I speak not of the pandemic, which has touched all of our lives, but of the Black Lives Matter movement that has prominently raised the issues of systemic racism and prejudice that exist in our world. The movement has burned into our consciousness that what has transpired in the past cannot be allowed to occur going forward. and that we must take steps now to address this systemic racism. To that end, I was pleased to learn that the theme for African Heritage Month 2021 is Black History Matters. Listen, learn, share, and act. In choosing this theme, all Nova Scotians are informed of the important legacy of the people of African descent and their long-standing history in the development of Nova Scotia and Canada as a whole. This theme also makes us aware of the great struggle that people of African descent have endured and continue to endure. This theme also makes us aware of the great struggle that people of African descent have endured and continue to endure. This theme leads us to make a better space so that people of African descent are included in society, are treated as equals, and have an equal opportunity to succeed in life. Without question, this year's theme is particularly important to all Nova Scotians. We must all listen, learn, share, and act. The importance of remembering culture and history is something clearly accomplished by the Black Loyalist Heritage Center, which Patsy and I were delighted to visit in November 2020, during a lull in the pandemic. Before concluding, I wish to recognize the African Heritage Month Information Network that has worked to develop this year's theme and the wonderful poster. I commend this partnership of associations and organizations for their commitment to informing all our citizens about African Nova Scotian history and heritage. I know their annual task is not easy, and I thank them for their leadership. Je vous remercie de m'avoir invité à prendre la parole à l'occasion du lancement d'aujourd'hui. Je suis ravi de participer à cette importante activité. Je présente mes meilleurs vœux de succès pour le mois du patrimoine africain de 2021. Thank you for inviting me to offer remarks for today's launch. I consider it an honor to participate in this important event. I offer my best wishes for a highly successful 2021 African Heritage Month.
Thank you, Your Honor. It is now my pleasure to welcome the Honorable Stephen McNeil, Premier of Nova Scotia, to bring his remarks.
As Premier, it's been a privilege to proclaim African Heritage Month since 2014. African Nova Scotians' history has been a vital part of our province for over 400 years. This history tells us the stories of the community's strength, resilience, unity, and determination. It is our shared responsibility to recognize, respect, and celebrate these contributions all year round. Our province is stronger because of the accomplishments of African Nova Scotians. Collaboration with the community has been a key to relationship building. Together, we have made progress in the Land Title Initiative, the Restorative Inquiry of the Home for Colored Children, the Action Plan in response to the International Decade of People of African Descent, and the Apology for Systemic Racism in our justice system and the Commitment for Fundamental Change. These initiatives have been some of my most meaningful work as Premier, but we have more work to do. The Black Lives Matter movement motivated us to look inward and confront the systemic issues we have been overlooking for centuries. It is important that government continue to collaborate with the African Nova Scotia community to build stronger relationships and an even stronger province. I'd like to offer gratitude and appreciation to African Nova Scotians for their outstanding contribution to our province. And I encourage all Nova Scotians to listen, learn, share, and act as we celebrate African Heritage Month.
Thank you, Premier McNeil. It has been an honor serving under your leadership, and thank you for your dedication to helping make our province a more inclusive one for everyone. And also, thank you for being a very good friend. This year, we are pleased to collaborate with several municipalities who are also proclaiming the month of February as African Heritage Month. This is the first time we are doing a joint municipal proclamation, and we want to thank each of the participating municipalities.
Whereas February is recognized internationally as African Heritage Month, a time to recognize and salute the many contributions and the ongoing achievements of people of African descent all over the world, and here in the Halifax Regional Municipality,
and here in Amherst,
and here in Antigonish County,
the town of Antigonish,
and here in the Cape Breton Regional Municipality,
and here in the Municipality of Clare,
and here in the Municipality of Digby,
and here in the town of Digby,
and here in the Municipality of the District of Guysborough,
and here in the town of Kemptville.
And whereas we in the Municipality of Kings,
and here in Lunenburg in the province of Nova Scotia,
and here in the town of New Glasgow,
and here in the Municipality of Pictou County,
and here Queens County,
and here in the Municipality of the District of Shelburne,
and here in the town of Shelburne in the province of Nova Scotia,
and here in Wolfville, Nova Scotia,
we pay tribute to a time of greater understanding. Whereas we are in the 7th year of the International Decade for People of African Descent.
And whereas this year's theme, Black History Matters, Listen, Learn, Share and Act,
recognizes the important legacy of people of African descent and the long-standing history in the development of Canada.
This theme brings focus and increased awareness of racialized issues of a community that has overcome great adversity for inclusion in all aspects of society.
Therefore, be it resolved that I, Warden Penny Smith,
the Municipality of the District of Guysborough,
that I, Harold Locke, Mayor of the town of Shelburne,
that I, Warden Ronnie LeBlanc,
I, Amanda McDougall, Mayor of the Cape Breton Regional Municipality,
that Council direct the Mayor, on behalf of all councillors and citizens of this municipality,
I, Mayor Laurie Boucher,
Mayor Wendy Donovan, on behalf of the Council of the Town of Wolfville,
that I, Robert Parker, Warden for the Municipality of the County of Pictou,
that I, Mayor David Cogan, on behalf of the town of Amherst,
on behalf of Council of the Municipality of Digby,
that I, Owen McCarron, Warden of the Municipality of the County of Antigonish,
I, Matt Risser, Mayor of Lunenburg,
I, Sandra Snow, Mayor,
that I, Mayor Nancy Dix,
Ben Cleveland, Mayor of the town of Digby,
resolved that I, Mayor Mike Savage, do hereby proclaim the month of February to be African Heritage Month. And I encourage residents, businesses, and community groups to participate in the activities and celebrations and to take the opportunity to reflect on the story of Nova Scotia's vibrant African Nova Scotian community.
Without further ado, it is time to unveil the African Heritage Month poster. I had the privilege to join their honors, the Honorable Arthur J. LeBlanc and Mrs. Patsy LeBlanc at Government House to do this unveiling. I would now like to welcome Russell Gross, the Executive Director of the Black Cultural Center and the organizational lead of the African Heritage Month Information Network, to explain this year's poster and to provide information about the network and highlights to this year's virtual events.
Thank you, Minister Ince. The 2021 African Heritage Month provincial theme is quite a powerful theme. Black History Matters. Listen, learn, share, and act. The theme recognizes the important legacy of people of African descent and the long-standing history in the development of Canada. I'm so pleased to be here today to share a little bit about the design of the poster. The 2021 poster for African Heritage Month for the province of Nova Scotia was designed by the African Heritage Month Information Network, along with artist and graphic designer Paul Adams Jr. This year's design features a timeline of history that chronicles the history of African Nova Scotians and their mark on Canadian history, in particular signifying that Nova Scotia is the birthplace of Black culture and heritage in Canada. In looking at the 2021 African Heritage Month poster design, you will notice the stunning freedom colors, the colors of black, orange, and red, that have historic significance to those of African descent. You will also notice that it chronicles the journey of African Nova Scotians and their impact on Canada as a country and the development of Canada. The key highlights that are noted shows the remarkable contributions that were made through the passage of time by African Nova Scotians in the development of society and of Canada. The sub-theme, Listen, Learn, Share, and Act, is a wonderful call to action that we're sharing this year, that we're asking all of you out there collectively to listen, to learn, to share, and to act. The incredible story of African Nova Scotians and that of African Canadians. You will also notice on the poster that there is the image of a fist. The fist signifies the rallying cry, Black Lives Matter. But also, it is a fist of solidarity, that we, the African Nova Scotia community, stand with the greater community in achieving unity and diversity in this country we call Canada. Now I'm going to turn it over to network member Crystal Mulder, who's going to share a few highlights of some of the many events that are happening virtually this year.
And it is indeed my pleasure to be able to tell you about the various events that are happening throughout the month here in Nova Scotia for African Heritage Month. We're going to start 2 days from now with the launch of the Halifax African Heritage Month. The opening night celebration will be held virtually and the link for that will be available through the Halifax Public Libraries at halifaxpubliclibraries.ca. Following that, on the 29th of January, Cape Breton will be holding its launch, and that too will be virtual, and that will be at 11 o'clock in the morning. February the 1st, the Black Loyalist Heritage Center in Shelburne will be hosting a special African Heritage Month event which will launch a new coin to highlight the Black Loyalists of Nova Scotia. That promises to be a wonderful event at 11 o'clock in the morning, so please do log in for that. Now, that's just some of the highlights. I have more. The Black Student Voice Circle, first part of the Agnes Caliste lectures, will be held at St. Francis Xavier University on the 11th of February at 7 p.m. That too is a virtual event. February 14th, not only is it a day for love, but it's a day for warming up your vocal cords, because there will be an online sing-along hosted by the African Cultural Heritage Awareness Association of Antigonish and Guysborough. So I hope to be able to warm up my cords and join them. A good old-fashioned skating party is going to be held on February the 20th at the Shedabukto Place in Guysborough. That starts at 1 p.m. So get your skates out, get them sharpened up, and head on down. The second part of the Agnes Caliste lecture series will be held February 24th at St. Francis Xavier University with the keynote, Dr. Rachel Zellers, and that's at 7 o'clock, starting at 7 o'clock. And the 27th, I'm going to whet your appetite for this. Soul Food Recipes demonstration will be held virtually through the auspices of the African Cultural Heritage Awareness Association, Antigonish and Guysborough, from 1:30 to 2. So, no, come hungry. That's all I can say. Come hungry. For further events, please log into the African Heritage Month website at ahm.bccnsweb.com, or for events in Halifax, halifaxpubliclibraries.ca is the site to go to.
I'd like to take this opportunity to speak a few moments about the African Heritage Month Information Network. The network is made up of organizations and individuals from across the province of Nova Scotia that work collectively together and are passionate about sharing African Nova Scotia history and culture. Each year we come together and we work on developing the theme for the year, as well as the design for the African Heritage Month provincial poster, as well as assist with African Heritage Month launches, proclamations, and events that happen from one end of the province to the other. Those organizations that are involved in this are led by the Black Cultural Centre for Nova Scotia, which is the organizational lead. Other organizations include the African Nova Scotian Affairs Office, the Black History Month Association, African Nova Scotia Music Association, African Nova Scotia North Central Network, African Heritage Month Southwest Network, the Black Educators Association of Nova Scotia, Cumberland African Nova Scotian Association, Valley African Nova Scotia Development Association, and the Guysborough, Antigonish, and Strait Region Regional Network.
Thank you, Russell. Thank you for the work that you do. You always do a great job. At this time, I would like to welcome back Zamani and Amari, also including Nzinga Bernard Miller, who will perform the song Outside.
If you could read my mind, you would question everything that's in there. If you could take some time away from your paradise, just give it some thought for a minute, and maybe you'll understand how I'm really feeling. 'Cause I know I'm not alone when I say I'm on the outside, outside, but no one ever seems to care. I'm on the outside, outside, you never really see me there. I'm on the outside, 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 outside. I'm on the outside, 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 outside. Maybe it's way too late to run into my secret hiding place, just so I can get away from your paradise. Just give it some thought for a minute, and maybe you'll understand how I'm really feeling. 'Cause I know I'm not alone when I say I'm on the outside, outside, but no one ever seems to care. I'm on the outside, outside, you never really see me there. I'm on the outside, 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 outside. I'm on the outside, 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 outside. I'm on the outside, the outside. Open your eyes. I'm on the outside. Open your eyes. I'm on the outside, outside. No one ever seems to care.
Before our virtual ceremony comes to a close, I would like to thank the African Heritage Month Information Network for developing the poster and supporting events related to African Heritage Month across the province. I would also like to thank Nova Scotians from across the province who continue to support, celebrate, and share the efforts made by our African Nova Scotian communities. African Nova Scotian history is a shared history. It is Nova Scotia's history. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Please be safe.
The Center is the first and largest museum dedicated to Black history in Canada. The Black Cultural Center is filled with many stories that are waiting to be discovered. Explore African Nova Scotian culture and history and be inspired.